Cool.
Jason in the house.
Coach Martin in my house.
We're back again on the podcast.
It's been years.
Yeah, actually, we've done one episode in Stansstad.
Yes.
In Switzerland.
Yes.
And then a couple more online.
Yes.
And now we're here in...
More specifically, you're here. I've always been here.
I'm here at Jason's place in Hawaii.
Yes.
On
Kauai, to be exact.
Yeah. And it's good. It's good life here.
I mean, I can't complain.
Yeah. Like the thing I told you many times already.
Yeah.
And when you look at the camera, then the background and everything, it reminds me so much of Thailand. So much.
Yeah, and I've never been to Thailand, so it reminds me of Hawaii, but also Jamaica, yeah? So
even if you look around, like right next to Jason, there are some chickens.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Some cats, sometimes, you know, some pigs on
just
the
wildlife.
It's
hoping for
cool.
some food.
Very, very similar to Thailand, and it makes me feel really, really good.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for having me. Really, really good.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about Hawaii. Even though that would be worth an episode as well.
Yeah. Maybe we should skip what we're planning and just do that instead. That's kind of more fun, right?
Like travel tips.
Yeah.
For when you come to Hawaii.
This one's a little bit more for you guys, though.
Yeah. So we're gonna do or talk about fitness myths, like misunderstandings or things that seem to be popular and we cannot really agree with.
Yeah.
Things that annoy us even.
We could go on a rant. If I do go on a rant, you know, just forgive me or not. Just enjoy it. You know, it happens every day off camera, so it's probably going to happen.
We do it all the time.
Today.
And
we're just gonna rant.
We went to Mr. Olympia in Vegas.
And ranted.
Which was a freak show.
A fun one, though.
Super interesting. It was very cool, but then many things that we saw really like...
How is this real life?
How is this real life?
Kind of is, and it also kind of isn't.
Yeah. And so we thought, okay, let's do this episode and talk about some of those myths / misunderstandings /
things that are popular in the fitness industry that maybe you're seeing and hearing about, and you know you're not quite sure of, like, is it relevant to my life, but you're sort of soaking it up anyway.
Yeah. And for this episode, I asked Jason to write down 5 things, so I haven't seen them.
I haven't seen his out.
I wrote down 5 things, and now we're going back and forth. We see whether we agree or not. And just explain how we see things.
And you go first. I forget what mine are. So
you go first. You go first.
Absolutely not.
I wrote mine down here.
Yeah, mine are on my phone someplace. Let's see.
Okay, number 1, a very, very common one, and we both go... I mean, we talk about it all the time, like influencers pushing random supplements.
I'm gonna get triggered here. Yeah.
So we are both coaches. Let's start there. We are both coaches. We make our living by coaching people.
Yes.
Actually coaching people.
Yes.
Sometimes being a coach is being confused with being an influencer or the other way around.
Yes.
Being an influencer, what they usually do, they show their lives, how good everything is, and I mean, since they're not coaching, they need to make money somehow, and the way they do it
right?
is affiliates. They market products, and whatever is trendy right now, they seem to push. When they sell more products, obviously, and when people buy it, they get money for that, right? The latest one that I came across on Instagram was this GLP-1 thing.
Oh.
So GLP-1 or Ozempic, or you know, it's new.
It has taken over the world. Everybody wants to take
Everyone
them
knows
for weight
about
loss.
it. Everyone talks about it. It's in the news.
Yeah.
And you know, there's probably a place for those. It's medication, right? And if the doctor says, okay, you should take it or it's good for you, then go on. However, what I've seen now, like a brand, I think it's a brand from America.
I'm going to interrupt you because you can hear 2 things that are important in Kauai. Number 1, tour helicopters going on. Number 2, there's a chicken like literally walking right next to me, just cheeping away. But continue. GLP-1.
GLP-1. So we're not actually talking about the drug, but there was a company that literally took a box, put some caffeine in it, some other herbs, and then they're calling it GLP-1. right?
Yeah.
And then big influencers, I'm not gonna call names, but very big influencers now pushing this product and like, hey, I'm very lean,
burn fat.
I look good, and if you want to look the same, if you want to burn fat, then take this product.
Exactly.
And you see GLP-1, and obviously people then see, oh, GLP-1s, I've heard about that, it's very good for fat loss.
So they associate that with this, and now they're likely to, you know, go.
So many things wrong. There's so many things wrong with it.
Yeah.
Not everyone should be taking a GLP-1. Not everyone should be taking Ozempic, right? This is
100%.
Yeah. Then calling a supplement GLP-1
when it is not.
When it's not. When there's just some caffeine and some, you know.
False advertising and influencer
it's so bad.
mindset at its best. But guess
so
what?
Bad.
They're making money off of your misinformation or off of their deliberate misinformation of you. Yeah.
It's really bad.
But just that alone sort of dovetails into, you know, one of my biggest grievances out there. And it's in the fitness industry, but I think it's even broader than that. There's this whole movement over the past few years to literally optimize everything, and it's so frustrating to see. You know, from my perspective, everything else, or you can optimize, you know, your sleep, you can optimize just everything, optimize max, and nobody's like providing context to things that could be beneficial, or even like how much benefit you can get from it as, you know, an average person versus an elite athlete, right? Yeah. You know, there's so many things you could do to improve inflammation, to improve gut health, to improve your sleep, to improve your nutrition, to improve, you know, training outcomes when it comes to exercise, whether it's resistance training or cardiovascular training. But at the end of the day, is it relevant to you? How relevant is it to you? What benefit do you stand to gain? Does it align with the goals that you have? Do you even know what the goals are that you have in mind? No. But everybody, fitness influencer, and podcast guru, I mean, I have so many four-letter words in my mind that I'm just trying to restrain them. But you know who I'm talking about. All these guys out there who, yes, may be scientists, yes, may be doctors, you know, making tons of money because they have your eyeballs and your attention, and they want to really push all these optimization protocols and supplements down your throat to make you think, oh my God, you know, my life isn't perfect and ideal because I'm not doing this thing or that thing. I'm not mouth taping, nose taping, cold plunging, saunaing, taking, you know, this supplement or that supplement. And at the end of the day, they're not even doing all these things. I mean, right?
I told you I had a client sending me over this list, and he was like, oh, I'm doing everything wrong. And so there's like one of those guys from the fitness space, and he's like, okay, this is what you should be doing. And it's like, okay, 3 hours before bed, no TV, and then 2 hours or 4 hours no food, and then, you know, get up with sunlight in the morning and do your infrared and whatnot. And I mean, it's cool, and if you know.
And some of these things can provide benefit. It's not that they're all...
It can provide benefit, but then also, how realistic is it? Right? And do they actually do it?
The answer is no. The answer is they probably do some.
The answer is no, and life happens. And sometimes people focus so much on something that is, I wouldn't say irrelevant, but like, you know...
The percentage benefit is so small if you're a regular person to be doing these, you know, following these 500 protocols. If you're an elite athlete and your performance is, you know, going to provide like millions of dollars into your life and livelihood, then okay, start looking at these small things. But if you're a regular person, you know, and the goals that you have in life are not to perform at the level of an Olympic gold medalist, then maybe you want to start looking instead at small, basic things.
Even then, I mean, let's start there. Like 3 hours before bed, no TV. That's literally what it said, and it comes from this health guru. Now, how often did you do that?
Yeah, like nobody.
Probably never, right?
Nobody. I mean, you're a real person.
Now, the client of mine, he was like, in his mind, okay, this is probably why I don't have results, because I'm watching TV, I'm on my phone.
Right.
When in fact, even if he did that, there's other
the change
things,
would be microscopic. You know? I mean, unless you have the basic stuff dialed in, even for the elite person who's going to benefit just that tiny edge to make them more successful, they have the basics dialed in, right?
Yeah.
Their training is dialed in, their nutrition is dialed in, they're optimizing their sleep so that they can recover and perform even better. And for them, it might make some sense. For you, in context, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I always say there's like obviously a perfect scenario, right? Yeah. And then there's life, reality. Exactly. And obviously we need to find like this
there's a middle ground
where you can say, okay, 3 hours before bed, no TV, like
maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe an hour, maybe 30 minutes.
Maybe an hour. If you can do that, then that's probably beneficial. It's good, right? Like because you cannot stare at your phone and then sleep right away. It's probably not going to happen. Just,
And first of all, maybe just 3 hour before bed as the example. Maybe before you even focus on that, maybe you focus on setting up and following a consistent routine where you go to bed at X hour and you wake up at X hour. So at least your sleep opportunity window is standardized, and then you can start to back in other habits. But okay, I'm gonna stop ranting about that one.
It's a thing. Like people focus so much on those things because. Even Huberman.
Like, I wasn't going to call any names.
Huberman is that.
I gave no names.
I mean, he's a PhD, he's a doctor, and he's has a lot of know-how, right? But then people, they read this list and they think they're doing something wrong because they're not following every little thing. It's
the context is missing, guys. The context is missing. I mean, there's so much information out there. There's so much new research, so much new science. It doesn't mean that the information that you receive is patently false, but it's often taken out of context. I mean, if we want to talk about patently false things, I'm going to get on another rant now about, cold plunging. Like, if I swear to Christ,
let's go.
It has taken the world by storm, probably $1 billion industry the past number of years. And, within context, does it provide some benefit? Yes, probably. If one of your goals is to reduce systemic inflammation, or if you're an endurance athlete and you're training hard and it's super hot and you want to be able to do a bout of training, recover quickly and do another, then yes, a cold plunge might be beneficial. If you're using that as a sort of mental challenge, mindset challenge to overcome discomfort, that has potential there. Does it have some recovery benefits systemically? Yes, but most of the guys that are sort of into this cold plunging, they're into it because they think, oh, I'm going to improve my recovery and I'm going to be able to build more muscle, right?
That's the thing. Like people think they do cold plunge and then they have more muscle.
Yes, and it's actually the opposite. Like you can look at the literature out there.
Far-fetched.
And the studies, the studies that are being used to market are actually telling you the opposite result, right? So it's either you gain no benefit from cold plunging as it relates to muscle hypertrophy or growth, or you're setting yourself back. So, it begs the question, well, if building muscle is one of your priority goals or outcomes, then you want to leave cold plunging alone. If there are other benefits of cold plunging that you're really interested in and muscle growth isn't, near your top 5, then okay.
Yeah.
But I don't like cold, right? So I'm going to give you that. I like the heat.
Look,
but it's so ridiculous.
Jason said it very well. Like, there are benefits. And like, if you want to challenge yourself, like early morning, cold shower, cold plunge, whatever, go for it. Like it's great, right? But don't think that because of that you will look like eggs or you will build muscle.
Yeah. You might lose
it's
some.
not gonna happen.
Or you might not go
you might lose some. And the same is actually for infrared or for sauna. How often do I get asked, okay, do I build more muscle or even lose body fat when I do sauna or infrared?
Well, you're gonna lose some water and sweat,
whatever.
right?
So the thing is, it will not do much, right? Like not much at all. The thing is, if it does well to you, if you find yourself like relaxing in the sauna and you can calm down and stress levels go down, then it's great. Do it, but don't think because of that, because you do 10 minutes of sauna every single day, that you're building muscle quicker. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. And the one thing I'll say, because it's this whole wellness, and I hate to use that word because it means something so different to me than it's been marketed to mean. But sauna can again have other benefits. So if you're thinking you want to improve your cardiovascular health, or some studies are showing that there's a significant reduction in risk of something like Alzheimer's dementia, then that's a valid reason to develop a sauna habit or a structure of getting into the sauna. But again, if you're relating it to necessarily muscle hypertrophy, then you might want to like dig a little bit further and like consider what your goals are, what you're doing, how realistic it is to fit into the context of your real life, and go from there.
Yeah, I think people do it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Because I'm
the
having
chicken
a
here
sauna.
agrees. If you can hear him, he's like, yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I'm having a sauna at my place in the building, and I use it from time to time when I'm very cold. I go in there and it helps me to relax, and it's great. Do I think now that I get even like 0.1% better results? Not at all. It doesn't do anything, but it helps me get warm and helps me relax a bit. So I think it's a good idea.
And maybe it's improving your cardiovascular health. Maybe there's a little bit of a longevity edge there. I mean, I'm not going to deny that that's possible, if not likely. But it's, again, it's the context. Like, why are you engaging in the sauna? Why are you engaging in a cold plunge? Why are you taking any particular supplement? If you understand the why and the evidence is supporting progress toward that goal, then go for it. It's this huge just like download of information outside of context that's like overly hyped that everybody thinks, oh my God, if I'm not doing this, then I'm not advancing. Something's wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah. That brings me actually to the next point. People often think they need to do everything correctly, or they're not doing anything at all.
I'm pretty sure that's one of mine that you stole. But go ahead.
So it's like always this all or nothing mentality, and it's like, okay, look, I want to get fitter, I want to lose body fat, and you know, I want to shape my body, but right now it's not a good time because X, Y, Z, I have a lot of things going on, and you know, if I start, then I want to do it correctly, so I want to do basically follow all this entire protocol we said earlier, right? Like with the cold plunge. That's what people think. They need to do all those things, which is nonsense. Like,
stick to the basics. You're going to get so much further ahead. But it's not. That wasn't really quite the way I was going to tackle that idea. I guess the way I think of it is, you know, people always come up with the saying, I need to get back on track after blah, blah, blah. Or I need to, you know, get dialed in after this happens or that happens. And if you take a step back and really think about how many times you say something that is complete bull stuff, right? Bull stuff. You know, the idea here is that there's going to be a time in life where everything is organized and structured the way you expect it and want it to be, and that's almost never going to happen. There's nothing that's ideal. So from my perspective, it's creating some foundational habits that are part of your overall life operating system that are reasonable enough that you can be flexible with those aspects of your operating system, that if you're thrown into sudden travel, if there's something stressful that happens in life, whatever it is, because all of that is going to come along. I can't even name all the scenarios. Something is going to come at you.
That's true.
Right? But if you have a foundation of, I'm committed to exercising, you know, 3 to 4 times a week. I'm committed to, you know, eating more minimally processed stuff. I'm committed to trying to get 7 hours of sleep, knowing I probably won't. Like, then, you know, you're thrown into an unpredictable situation and you can adapt.
I like to think about it this way. You want to be fit and healthy entire life.
Exactly.
All year round, whether it's like winter or whether you're moving or whether you're stressful time or not. Now, if you would think this way, I'm off or on, like, again...
You're going to be permanently off. You're going to be constantly trying to get back on track.
I mean, I can say I probably never had a perfect week. Not once. It's not going to happen. Like, life happens. So what you want to do is, okay, what is like, maybe for the workouts, I can do at least 3 workouts per week. And 3 workouts, like, all the year is probably better than going 5 or 6 times for 2 weeks and then stopping because life happens. So you say, okay, 3 weeks, this is what I can do, no matter how stressed I am, no matter how work is going on, and then commit to that, and then do that while traveling, maybe.
There's no getting back on track. There's no perfect scenario. Decide what you want your consistent behaviors to be within the context of your ever-changing life. Commit to those basic things and implement, right? If you're traveling, you're still exercising, you're still hydrating, you're still eating minimally processed foods, you're still trying to sleep as much as you possibly can.
I mean, I'm on vacation right now, so my diet...
It's a pretty work-intensive vacation. I mean, this guy's always
working.
Right?
Vacation. So my diet, because I'm in the US and I like all the sweet stuff, and we have cookies every single day, let's be honest. I want those, but also we have like all the main meals with a lot of protein, we have like the shakes even in between meals. I worked out 5 times this week, worked out 10,000 steps, and this guy only 3 times or so.
It was that kind of week.
And, you know, other people would say, okay, I'm on vacation, I'm all fitness, so I'm stuffing everything, you know, whatever I can see. I don't need to work out because I'm, again, on vacation and then on track again.
The reality is, you can enjoy life and be healthy and fit regardless. It's not one or the other. It's just recognizing, okay, what are my priorities and what are the basic habits, the basic behaviors or actions that are going to be important for you to live that way. Identify them, practice them under the best of circumstances so that they're a little bit more hardwired under the worst of circumstances.
Yeah, and it's just way easier. Like, when it comes to working out, it's easier if you stick to some kind of routine or at least don't stop completely instead of doing, okay, 3 weeks of doing nothing and then going back on track. That's going to be hard.
By the way, I noticed that this is some aggressive ranting here, which is not usually my personality as a coach, but I think we're just like getting this off our chest in a way that hopefully feels meaningful to you, because this is such an important conversation to have, right? I just don't want you guys out there, you know, going through life really frustrated with yourself and your efforts. You know, this isn't easy necessarily to be, you know, healthy and focus on your overall well-being and wellness, but it is relatively simple. And the gurus out there, the people with all the eyeballs and attention, they're trying to complicate it. It's not complicated.
It is exactly like that. Yeah. And again, you hear it from us, and we're both fitness coaches.
Exactly.
And we're not doing everything perfectly fine. And this guy works out like once every 5 days or so.
I'm going to hit him, but that's later. I don't even know what my other point was.
Yeah, just like there, I think we need a little mindset shift to get there, that people really think, okay, I want to be healthy and I want to work out, I want to do it a habit for the rest of my life, and not like, okay, I'm gonna be, you know, work out as a madman for like 3 weeks because I have a vacation plan and then it's over, or I reach my goal.
It's a lifestyle.
Like, it's literally a lifestyle.
Yeah. Right. I mean, so one of the things that I wanted to just chat about with you guys, and I think we sort of covered it a little bit, is, you know, I also encounter the opposite, where there are a lot of the people that I coach are high achievers. They have very demanding jobs and lives, and I hear all the time, oh, I don't need, you know, 7 hours of sleep. I'm good at, you know, 4 or 5 hours. And I'm like, oh, you think you are? I mean, yes, sure, there's some people in the world that genetically are okay and do well on 5 hours of sleep. I guarantee you're not one. You're just not in that point whatever percent of the population there is. But you've probably slept so poorly for so long that it's your usual. It's not normal, it's your usual. You know, the science shows that there are so many benefits to, you know, adequate sleep from a hormonal perspective. You know, guys, I'm talking to you, growth hormone, testosterone, everybody, I'm talking to you, you know, hunger and satiety hormones, leptin, ghrelin. I'm talking about your glucose regulation. I'm talking about your risk for cardiovascular disease, for stroke, hypertension, high cholesterol. Like, all of these things are related to adequate versus poor sleep, or chronic, or being chronically underslept. So if you're one of the guys out there who's like, yeah, I'm a high performer, this, that, and the whole other thing, I don't need sleep, you're wrong, right? You need your sleep. And then don't tell me, oh, I'm fine recovering, you know, from intense workouts, and I want to build muscle, and I want to, you know, have great cardio, and you're sleeping 4 hours a night. Like,
I mean, it's into this base, this hustler mentality.
Yes.
People are almost bragging, like how little sleep they need. And probably if you look at, you know, San Francisco, like tech area, whatever, they're like, oh, I build these businesses with...
I have another rant brewing, guys. It's coming.
4 hours of sleep. The thing is, you can, you know, get away with a few hours of sleep for some time. It will work. But then again, think of how well would you do if you actually get proper sleep, how much better you would do.
You probably don't know if you've been chronically underslept. You have no idea.
No idea how life could feel if you actually slept enough, and how much more productive you'd be.
Yeah, but I got to go off. So this hustle culture, right? I'm going to take it in 2 directions. The first thing is, you know, hustle, grind. You know, you're seeing all these people out there that are, oh, I'm getting up at 4 a.m. and I'm just like hustling all day long, night, and you just repeat the next day. Yeah, okay, right? part of it is this weird hyper masculinity that's out there, and we were sort of ranting on that off camera earlier, so I'm not even going to go dive too deeply into that. But when you think about it, all these people that you see out there that are portraying this, all I do, I'm just always on the grind, and that's why I'm successful. They're portraying either something that is not completely the truth, or is only true for a specific and relatively short period of time before they, dial things back, right? And if you are a normal person, then that's probably a more relevant approach for you, like going all in for a period of time and backing off, or finding a relatively high level of performance that you're able to maintain in the context of the rest of your life. You know what I mean? So yeah, a lot of it is not real. Whatever is real is probably for a defined period of time. Don't allow that stuff out there to make you feel any less of a person, any less successful, any less worthy, or any of these other things that they're essentially trying to, whether deliberately or not, make you feel so that they can benefit from your attention. Because that attention, equates to money for them.
Yeah, related to this, I didn't write it down, but related to that, and we talked about this earlier, this entire social media thing, where, like the social media space, and social media is just toxic, super, super toxic, and probably the entrepreneur space as well, because always hustling, always working out. If you see, you see the workouts, always super intense, super heavy, crazy stuff, crazy exercises, and you
Flashy.
think, if you think, they actually work out this way, it's just not the truth. Like I've seen the space, I've been in the space, I am in the space for so long, and we see behind the scenes. And there are those guys who literally always
created and curated for social media attention.
It's always like
that's it.
A pure show. It's like social media, they're another person, and let's freaking go, right? And then as soon as the camera is off,
they become a normal person, just like you, right? But they're grabbing your attention, and it's going into their pocket, dollars and cents, bank account.
Personality, almost like another character they're created, and they're always flexing, always eating healthy, always, go hard. But then you see them in the gym maybe, and they're just working out as everyone else. No crazy exercises, not, we need to rip our shirts off, and then, I don't know.
It's just unfortunate that social media, it's such a great tool to share information, but at the same time, it's such a great tool for people to make money off of that attention, that it becomes this caricature of real life where, everybody's trying to be more extreme than the next in order to grab attention.
That's the big problem.
It just escalates, and we're at a point where it's insane.
The extreme. And we did a fitness show for a while. It was called the It Depends Fitness Show, and we would discuss some topics. So we'd start with a question, then answer it, and the answer would be almost every time, it depends. Because fitness is not black and white, and context matters, right?
Exactly.
And, the people who get most attention on social media are the extremes, the ones that look, you need to do the vegan diet.
It's absolutely this, and it's absolutely not that.
It's not true. It's like, it's not true. You need to.
That's why we're not going to be massive influencers.
Maybe that's
I hope you appreciate what we're doing here, but it is what it is.
Maybe that's why we don't hit like millions of views, probably. No. But it's the truth. This guy who did the morning routines.
This guy, there's like so many of them.
Millions and millions, but he also has millions of morning routines, and every time a bit different.
It's like, which one is going to get the most attention? That's the one I'm doing right now.
Exactly.
For sure. That's the one you should do. The one that got me the attention.
Or then this, what is the guy? The Liver King.
Stop talking. Just stop talking.
Just like the most extreme get always the views, and that's so unfortunate. Like, when you talk about, you hear us talking, we're regular people, like.
But we are ranting right now.
We're ranting. We're regular people, and we just want to show that it's not that crazy as it seems sometimes on social media. Social media, this entire thing, I could tell so many stories, like I've seen it all.
We don't want his stories.
I've seen it all, just like...
What was my next point? I don't know.
Okay, let's go on, otherwise
let's move on.
We're losing ourselves in here. Social media is,
let's see. This one I get a lot, right? Guys, if you are hunting around for what is wrong, it is my hormones. It is a specific style of training. It is my gut health. It is my whatever. Like there's always something, I find it's really common that people want to find the one specific thing that they're doing wrong or isn't perfect that is completely ruining their progress or anything else. And the truth is, the more you hunt for something that's wrong, the more you're going to find something that's wrong.
Always find something.
Right? And you're going to hyper obsess over that thing, which maybe really, if you improved it, would be beneficial. But is it going to give you a 20% increase in progress or a 0.02% increase in progress? And most of the time it's a 0.02%, right? Rather than hunting for the minute thing that may be not great, how about you hunt for the things that you are confident you can do well, that have a higher likelihood of being beneficial?
Give me an example.
That's going to be a simple behavior that's basic.
Meal timing is such a thing.
Yes.
Okay, what do you need to eat before the workout?
Yes.
What do you need to eat after the workout?
Yes.
How much time in
Yes.
between,
Yes.
right? And then you see something on the internet, and okay, the last meal should be 90 minutes before the workout.
Yes.
It's okay. And after the meal, directly need protein.
Yes.
Which is not wrong, but then they focus so much on this, right? Oh, my meal is usually 2 hours after the workout.
Yes.
And that's why probably I don't.
I'm not
muscle.
intermittent fasting, so I'm not gonna, lose fat.
The thing is, when you then optimize this, so right after the workout, a protein shake, cool. But if every other meal is still trash and you don't have enough protein, then this protein shake after the workout won't do shit.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. It's really the scapegoat, right? And for most people, I find in my experience coaching others, that when you're hunting for a scapegoat, really what you're actively doing is you're avoiding something. You're avoiding a behavior that you already subconsciously know has the potential to accelerate your progress, but it's a behavior you don't want to engage in. Maybe it's something like preparing meals, cooking at home. You don't want to do that. You would rather, eat takeout or go to a restaurant for dinner every single night. And so you're going to say, oh, it's my gut health. I need to optimize my gut health. Yeah. And once I fix that, then all's going to be good. No, it's a foundational relationship with food and or improvement in your nutrition that would be vastly more beneficial than... And gut health is probably not the greatest example, because if your gut is wrecked, then all sorts of issues. But pick something else that somebody's like sort of hyper-focused on. Oh my God, it's wrong, and therefore...
Down people thinking supplements is the solution. This goes into the right direction, because
exactly
a very common question, right? Okay, what protein brand is the best one? Which creatine should I
Which protein bar should I go buy?
And I mean, there's good and bad ones when it comes to protein bars, at least in
it's good and bad in everything, right?
In everything. But then
it's a supplement.
Also, if you take the very best protein bar and the most expensive protein powder, but then again, all the other meals suck, it's not gonna do anything.
And the answer is in the name. What supplement should you take? Whoa, time out. It's a supplement. It is supplementary to the real food that you're eating. And when I say real food, I'm going with the minimally processed stuff, the things that you can buy that look like a single ingredient. Oh, it's a potato, look, it's a single ingredient. As much as possible.
Let's go into it. What leads to the best results? What are the very basics?
Very basics, minimally processed food, focusing on adequate protein, exposing yourself to adequate exercise, resistance training and or cardiovascular training stimulus over the course of a week consistently, getting as much sleep as you can, and we know that's going to be variable depending on the reality of your life, and managing your stress. Managing your
water,
stress.
Hydration.
Water and hydration.
And then if you focus on those, and if you really dial it in, you're good.
You can go months and months without quote-unquote supplements if those things are dialed in. Now, do supplements have a place? Absolutely. Some are going to be more beneficial than others in the context of your life as well, right? But they're not the answer.
We're taking supplements, of course, but people tackle it the wrong way. You're going, okay, what do you need to take first? The supplements. Whereas sleep sucks and diet sucks, and training not at all, but we need the supplements. That's the solution.
By the way, the supplement is going to be a stack, and it's going to be a subscription model. So you're just going to be paying this money month over month, rather than just write me a check. I'll tell you how it goes. I'm done. I have no more things to rant on. I'm gonna stop ranting. Martin might continue.
I have one more. I wrote down people blaming their genetics for not being in shape. It's hunting for something that's wrong, but this is an excuse.
Excuses.
It's almost like, okay, Martin, you're in good shape, and I would be probably in good shape too, but my genetics are different.
He has good genetics though, right guys? He has pretty good genetics.
That's such a lie.
Solid genetics.
You saw my pictures when I was like teenager.
Solid Swiss genetics, guys.
Not the case.
Yeah.
No, but people are just making it easy. They're making it easy. It's like, okay, this guy, it's not only in fitness, right? This guy has something I don't have, and now I need an explanation why I don't have that.
Yeah.
And then it's, he grew up differently, or it's genetics, or, he...
here's the thing.
The same father.
You can have the best genetics, it's still going to require some effort. You can have the worst genetics, and if you're focused on just being the best that your genetics will allow you to be, then number one, you're going to be, self-confident and happy because you've put in the effort to make that progress, right? So again, the fitness industry or all industries out there that are representing themselves, particularly on social media, want you to believe that you're less than. And you are not, you are absolutely not less than, and you will never look like Martin, you'll never look like me. I mean, I don't know if you want to look like me, but the point is, you're only going to be as good as you can possibly be as you. You're going to be the best version of you and nobody else.
It's so cliche, but it's true.
Yeah.
Best version of yourself. Stronger than yesterday.
He's just like throwing his tagline in there.
Well,
stronger than yesterday.
Here, like,
wow, okay, inspired fitness, right, guys? Imagine what you can be. Believe in that and evolve to that point.
I have one more thing here.
He has so many rants to talk about.
Like it's something that really annoys me, or I see many people doing, and it's just like doing random workouts from YouTube. And they're doing it for a while, and then they're asking themselves, why don't I see results? / why do I lose motivation?
/ why am I, still hunting for something to change to after a week and a half?
Yeah, not being consistent. And, I'm having a YouTube channel, and there are workouts on it, but at the same time, I'm not telling anyone, like, just do my workouts and you get results, because it will not lead to anywhere. Like, it starts with not having a plan. It goes not monitoring your progress. If you're not monitoring and tracking, then how do you know whether you're actually progressing? If you don't know whether you're progressing, it's a matter of time until you lose motivation. You're losing motivation, and then this doesn't work, and then you're off. And then you're looking for the best time to get back on track. So we're like right back almost at the beginning. It's like
right.
I think it's clear. You need a plan. You need to track your workouts. You need something that you can follow. That you can actually track your progress. And if that's not the case, I'm just not surprised why so many people lose interest, lose motivation after a couple of weeks already, because they just randomly follow workouts from, again, these influencers, right?
And you know what? I'm gonna even bring it back even one level higher, right? With your eyeballs on social media, generally speaking, you're being shown, you're literally, without your knowledge, being told what you want, right? Unless you're taking a minute to think critically about what you do want, you're just gonna be following somebody else's blueprint for your life. Right? And you're then going to be following their workouts or whatever, because now you want to look like them. Well, I would advise you take a step back, give it some like real thought, decide what outcomes you want for you, not for anybody else, and then strategically approach how you're going to achieve those things. And maybe that is with the assistance of a coach. In some realm, maybe it's simply health and well-being coaching. Maybe it's engaging a fitness coach for like specific programming. Whatever the strategy might be that works for you, the point is be very clear on what you want and why you want it, and then approach it strategically.
I think we both do a very good job at this, and it brings me back to what we said about influencers, because they are like, okay, this is what I do, and if you do this as well, you get kind of the same results, which is wrong marketing, is a wrong promise, and then also our lives are so different that you cannot just say someone out, do what I do. And so how we approach things is, okay, we look at someone's lifestyle and what's the situation, and then we try to improve it from there. And that could mean for someone, let's add 2 workouts per week. That could be, add more protein instead of just saying, just copy what I do. I mean,
and it's a conversation about context, right? As coaches, we get to know the person in front of us and what it is that's important to them and what they have available, time, energy, whatever it is. getting to know them in particular so that we can understand what it is they want, how they want to move forward.
And again, there is something that's considered perfect, and then there's reality. I think also our job is to find this compromise. I mean, everyone needs to find this on their own as well. But we need to, what we try to do, okay, this is what we know that's working, and this is the situation we're dealing with. Now, how can we
bring those together?
That's sort of what we do.
Yeah. I'm done ranting. Like we could probably
go on and on and on and on.
1,000 different topics.
Maybe
we're here just to show you the beautiful Kauai weather.
We're going back to the pool now.
Yeah, we're done.
No, but maybe
actually we need to cook. It's getting close to dinner time, guys, and we actually cook. We're cooking fish. Yeah, it's fish day.
Yeah, fish day.
Fish day.
Maybe just to wrap this up, don't believe everything you see on social media. Like, be critical. No. Also, ask yourself, what do you really want? And even if someone shows like this perfect routine, is it realistic? And do you actually want to do that? I mean, if it takes them 5 hours a day to you know.
And I think as well, just be true to what you want and who you are, right? Don't use social media to create this false narrative in your mind of living somebody else's life or living based on what they would have you do. Do what you want to do. Make sure it's all relevant to your life and enjoy the ride. I mean, the idea is to do this forever, right?
Exactly. So. Hit us up if you have any questions, because if you go down this rabbit hole in the fitness industry, you will see so much, how do you say, bull.
You can start a conversation with us, and I promise we won't rant back at you. This was sort of the things that have been on our mind that we thought were important to share with you. But, if you have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out to either of us.
Where can people find you?
Where can people find me? I'm on Instagram, Jason Carnegie _IF, as well as Thrive with an I with a 1 instead of an I, by Inspired Fitness. Just check me out. I'm also on LinkedIn.
You should change that to OF, like OnlyFans. Like,
wow, guys, wow.
We can do another rant about that.
We're not going there.
How every fitness influencer starts becoming a trader or then OnlyFans creator.
I'm going to stop right there. That's going to really take us down a different path, guys.
We're leaving that for
So we're done. We're gonna end it here.
Yeah.
Where are you? Where can somebody find you?
Instagram, Chip Performance, LinkedIn, Martin Blättler. Yeah,
I'm sure wherever we post this, we're gonna include that stuff regardless, so you can find us easily.
Yeah. Thanks for watching at this point.
Yes, thanks for listening to us rant. It's not often that I do this on camera, so it was fun. And thanks to this dude for finally visiting Hawaii. Yeah.
This guy here has been in Switzerland 3 times already.
Yeah. It's about goddamn time he showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well done. You guys, we'll see you later. We'll do the next one some other random place, who knows where.
Cheers. Until next time.
Aloha.
Bye.
All right.